السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي كان موجودا قبل حدوث الأشياء ويبقى بعد فناء الأشياء. تفرد بالأولية والقدم ووسم كل شيء ما عداه بالفناء والعدم، كما قال عز شأنه: كل شيء هالك إلا وجهه وكل نفس ذائقة الموت. وقال: كل من عليها فان ويبقى وجه ربك ذو الجلال والإكرام. والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنام سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا أبي القاسم محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين، واللعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد، فقد قال الله في كتابه الكريم: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. صلوات. The month of Ramadan, month of mercy, blessings and forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Mubarak to all of you. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you more and more and more opportunities to seek the blessings of Ramadan in your life, inshallah. This month, as everybody, alhamdulillah, as a mu'min knows, is a special month. It's not a regular month. It is a special. And we don't need to explain why it is special. The only thing we should realize and understand, then when it is special, then everything we do in this is also should be special. Our scheduling should be special. Our timing should be special. Our activities should be special. Special means different, distinguished from others. So it should not be, means if we keep our activities, exactly that it were in Sha'ban, let's say, or Rajab. So what is the difference between those months and Ramadan then? If this is special, then of course our schedule also should be a special schedule, a unique special, a schedule and plan for our timings. In this busy life, we all understand that no matter what we do, still we are so much engaged in those day-to-day issues in our life that it's very hard for us to make Ramadan special. But yes, one thing is simple and easy. We can do it, although it is hard. But we can do it. And it is recitation of Quran every day. Although you do it always, but this time, no. Not one page, not 2 pages. At least one whole para every day. An easier way to divide it, to read 100 ayat at one go. 100 ayat. Instead of you say, oh my God, how can I sit for half an hour? Or it depends on the pace of your reading and recitation. Maybe 1 hour. Not an hour, less than an hour, of course. But half an hour to 40 minutes it takes to finish one para if you are reading slow. If some people are very fast, they read in 20 minutes. But being very fast is not that good. Read it with reflection. أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنَ. You should reflect and think on the meanings of Quran while reading. Enjoy reading the Quran. And not just thinking. This before thinking, there is another step that Quran is mentioning. It is وَرَتِّلِ الْقُرْآنَ تَرْتِيلًا. Read the Quran in slow pace with clear voice. It's called tartila. It's not a merit to read it very fast and be proud that, see, I can finish Quran this fast. Yeah, you might be good in reading. In reading, the words in reading may be Arabic, but you're not good in reading Quran. Right? For Quran to be good in reading is tartil, not fast. So, in whatever pace you read, maximum time it takes is 40 minutes. And as you keep reading, then, your fluency gets better. And half an hour is a good time for a good recitation of one para. So if we are not able to really take half an hour from our time for one juz of Quran, then we did not really do anything for Ramadan. Anything which we're calling it special. Nothing is special. So try to do it. You can divide it into, as I said, into 100 ayats. Mark your Quran into hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, and you will get two benefits out of it. Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salatu wasalam says, that when you have any wish, and you want Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fulfill your, to fulfill your wish, read 100 ayats from anywhere from Quran. You can select few ayats from here, few from there, few from there. It's not necessary to be in sequence, from anywhere, but altogether there should be 100 ayat. You read 100 ayat, and once you finish 100 ayat, say 7 times, Ya Allah. And then ask any of your hajat. Imam says that even if you read it and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to move for you a huge rock, Allah can move it for you. But of course it depends on your niyat. Don't try to examine and to do something else or for any other reason, or to show your power. No, if you do that, it will not. So Imam is emphasizing on the importance of 100 ayat, that even if you do it, just like on Surah Hamd. We have riwayat about Surah Hamd. The Surah Hamd, Surah Fatiha is so powerful that if somebody really, truly, with good intention, reads it on a dead person, that Allah can give him back, give him his life back. But it doesn't mean that we'll go and start trying in every janaza. We cannot do it. It depends on who is reading it, how he is reading it. But these words, yes, have this power. The same about 100 ayat. So read 100 ayat, say Ya Allah 7 times. There is another riwayah from Imam Rada alayhi salam. And he says that if you read 100 times, and 100 ayat from anywhere from Quran, and then say 3 times, you say 3 times, Allahumma dfa' annil bala. Simple sentence. Allahumma idfa'. Oh Allah, repel. Keep away. Anni al-bala. From me, anni from me, al-bala. Bala. Keep away from me any trouble and problems. If you have any problem, Allah will, inshallah, remove it from you. All right? So these are two. Now, if you combine these two ayat, these two riwayat, so you can do it in one. 100 ayat, then 7 times Ya Allah, and 3 times Allahumma adfa'anni al-bala. And in the beginning, in the end, also, so we have a third riwayat. That riwayat says, it is from Imam Sadiq alayhi salam. It says that there is a way to guarantee your dua to be accepted. You can guarantee your dua for acceptance. How? Imam says that there is a dua that is never rejected. For sure, 100% is accepted, always. And that dua is Salawat Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Allah never rejects this dua. It is always accepted. So Imam said, do this. Say salawat in the beginning, salawat in the end, and in the middle ask your hajat. Then Imam says, Allah's rahmah is above this, that He accepts from two sides and rejects the middle one. It's not possible. Allah is Rahim. If He's accepting two sides of something, He's going to accept the middle one too. And it is your dua, your wish. Now, so keep all these three riwayat together. Now what you can do in Ramadan, read, say salawat, start with salawat, then 100 ayat, then Ya Allah 7 times, then 3 times Allahumma adfa'anni al-bala, and then salawat. And now how many times salawat? Maybe 1 time, or better 3 times. And even if you do it even best, 7 times in the beginning, 7 times in the end, altogether 14 times salawat. See? So this is a good amal. So every time you do that, 100 times in the morning, 100 ayat in the evening. Or 100 ayat when you go ahead for those ayat which are very short ayat. You might have to do it 3 times, 100 ayat, 100. Takes 10 minutes every time, or maybe 15 minutes each time. And this way you will be able to finish the whole Quran easily, plus doing every time for a specific dua for all mu'mineen, for all your brothers in faith. You can pray plus reading Quran. So this will be all together in one. In his khutbah, when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam emphasized on recitation of Quran, so he said one thing in the beginning and one thing in the end of his khutbah about Quran. One thing he said that when this is very important month of Allah, and he explained that how important the days and nights and the hours and even the seconds are in the sense of your breathing. Every single breath is important. Even your sleeping is important. Your time, the whole time. Why? Because you are a guest of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No single minute of your time in Ramadan can go in vain if you really accept this invitation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be His guest, and just try one thing: to refrain from anything which is against Sharia, disobedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Al-war'u min maharimillah. And this is what Amirul Mu'mineen alayhi salatu wasalam had asked Rasulullah after this khutbah. In the end, he said, Ya Rasulullah, what is the best thing somebody can do in this whole month And Rasulullah said, Al-war'u min maharimillah, to keep away from haram. This is the best thing you can do. Keep away from haram. Anything haram, keep away from it. So Rasulullah said that, so this is so important, and every single month is, every single minute of this month is important too. So what you do, ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala an yuwaffiqakum, and how to ask Allah. Fas'alullah rabbakum, ask your Rabb, Allah, biniyatin sadiq, with sincere intentions. Niyatin sadiqa, true and sincere intention. Ask Allah. Wa qulubin tahira, and clean and pure hearts. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What? An yuwaffiqakum liyas-siyamih, that may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you ability to fast in this month. Fasting. Of course, no one leaves any day of fasting, especially here in this country. Believe me, it's so easy for you. You might know, back home, I receive every time so many people are saying, can you please, provide us for, a fan in this month of Ramadan, in this hot weather. Can you do that for us? See, one fan. So here, alhamdulillah, it's very easy to fast. No matter how many hours you do, it's easy. If somebody, astaghfirullah, na'udhu billah, he is not fasting while living in this country, he is the person who is practically doing openly kufran ni'mat. He is unappreciative of Allah's ni'mat that He has given you, in this country at least. You are not like those people who are in Afghanistan, in Pakistan, in India, in Iraq, in other countries, in Africa, who, in hot weathers, really is hard for them to fast. So ask Allah that you should not, abandon any fast. And also the fast should be, as I was talking last night in the majlis, if the people who were there, that it should be real, truly fast with all conditions. Inshallah, if you get chance, we'll talk what are the conditions. وَتِلَاوَةِ كِتَابِهِ, and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give you tawfiq to read His book. So this is in first paragraph. You will find it in Kutbah of Rasulullah. وَتِلَاوَةِ كِتَابِهِ, ask Allah to give you tawfiq to read Quran in this month. In the last paragraph, again he mentions this. And he says that whoever recites one ayat in this month, he will get the reward of reciting the whole Quran in other months. So if every day you recite, for example, 100 ayat, you are getting the thawab, the reward of reading 100 Quran in other months. So any mu'min, whenever he gets a chance, he should read Quran. This is the best thing you can do in this month. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq to do everything good and every righteous amal, insha'Allah, in this month of Ramadan, insha'Allah. And one more thing that the Prophet has very much emphasized on, many things, insha'Allah, I will go through them, but one more thing is, أيها الناس من فطر منكم صائما مؤمنا في هذا الشهر كان له بذلك عند الله عتق نسمة ومغفرة لما مضى من ذنوبه. He says, whoever offers iftar to a mu'min in this month, iftar, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give him the reward of setting one slave free, to make a slave free. Today we don't have slaves and those meaning, maybe in different meaning we are slavery, but that meaning we don't have slavery in which we can go and buy a slave and make him free. How great work is this, that you free a human being, right? So the Prophet says that you will get this thawab whenever you are and in whatever time you might be. If there is no slavery, but you will get the thawab of that. So it means you have given a person a free life, a human being, free life for the whole his life. This is what is going to be the thawab of giving iftar to one mu'min. And somebody says, he asked, Rasulullah said, Ya Rasulullah, فَلَيْسَ كُلُّنَا يَقْدِرُ عَلَى ذَلِكَ. Not everybody is able to do that. How can we get this thawab? I'm not able to feed people, to give them iftar. I'm not that rich. I don't have money. So Rasulullah, he see his tone now here. Ittaqun nar. Ittaqun nar. Beware of Jahannam. Don't talk like this. Don't say this, that I don't have anything. Ittaqun nar walau bisharbatin min al-ma'. Give iftar even if it is a cup of water. A cup of water. You cannot do that. اتقوا الله ولو بشق تمرة. Fear. اتقوا النار. اتقوا النار. Fear Jahannam. ولو بشق تمرة. If it is a piece, a part of that, not the whole that. Khajur. Part of that. Part of it. Piece of that. You cannot do that? Of course. So try to be part of iftar. And of course, mashallah, there are masajid, there are places. Back home you might have some people who you can contribute for iftar. Do something for iftar of mu'mineen. And in your city, in your places, you can contribute in iftar, if not the whole iftar. And people should accept each other, as collective, iftar group. They can make it as a group. If you can come to some brother and say, brother, can you just add me with you for this iftar? I have this much, little amount I want to contribute. The person should accept it. He will get the thawab for that also. And you got your thawab. So collective, be part of iftar whenever you are. And also back home, look to those who are less fortunate. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept your good deed.